Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, how's your night going?
it's been all right. I was I was watching my partner play some classic Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, of course.
Oh, I was gonna say, they just announced the new Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I see the trailer. I was watching KHK, uh, Mr. Man himself.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
he was breaking down the trailer and stuff.
Oh shoot. Oh, well, I hope you get the game. I am excited for all the new stuff because they did a Nintendo Direct for that yesterday, and then they've dropped the trailers for that. I also saw the Xbox Direct for Gears of War E Day. It looks great.
I haven't seen that yet. I've been hearing about it all over on the internet, but I'm just catching up on my trailers. I've been mostly catching up on the movies. Secret Wars come out next year, Minecraft 2 come out next year, Legend of Zelda comes out next year, Sonic
Yeah.
4, of course, I'm excited for Metal Sonic finally. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so it's just the year of the movies is definitely next year.
Oh shoot, I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm still waiting for Batman Part 2.
Oh yeah, that too. I seen the flyer for that. I think they're adding Nightwing. I think because I seen the profile the poster board and it looked like it was Nightwing in the back.
Okay, okay. Well, shoot. Ooh, so now you got me excited. I mean, I need to go look at it now.
Exactly.
So I'll make sure to take a look at it. Well, if the small talk is over, I guess we can go ahead and get this thing started.
Yeah, sure.
So, greetings, everybody. This is Phil. I'm host of the Conversation Podcast, and it's late. It's late. It's early Tuesday night, so the night's still kind of young. Yeah, Tuesday. I just want to make sure I got day right. So, I have a special guest with me here. I'm showcasing another LGBTQ person this month for Pride Month. Introduce yourself. Who's Genuine Beauty I'm speaking to this evening?
It's the one and only animated girl in animated world, Genuine Beauty, the one and only. You feel me? Mhm.
That works. So now, before we get started, let's start with a little bit of an icebreaker. So now, have you ever thought of what's one place that you haven't been to yet that you really want to travel to?
Well, Hawaii. Hawaii is gonna get the closest thing to Japan feel, I guess, or the Asian islands, rather the Pacific Asian islands. There's very exotic waterfalls and stuff over there. Um, of course, piece of Japanese culture is there. Of course, the famous Pearl Harbor. Um, so yeah, definitely Hawaii's on my list. Of course, Japan, of course, but vacation. Oh, I start off with a vacation spot. So Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii yet.
Everybody has Japan on their bucket list. A few of my friends already went. I'm still behind.
I'm
So
behind too with you. Don't feel bad.
I know. But I got plans to go for my birthday, so I'm saving as much as I can right now.
No. Okay.
So it's a work in progress, but we'll make it work. But I also want to go to Vietnam and Singapore and maybe Italy. Oh, and Barcelona.
Mm. I mean, I've been out of the country before. I was in Sigonella, Sicily, like when I was younger. But
Uh,
that's because my step pop was ex-military. He's in the Navy. So
that makes sense. Yeah. And
Mhm.
I have a few friends who are now like living across Japan. One of those people that I'm actually going to interview later this week is actually in Japan right now.
Oh,
His
nice.
husband is stationed there.
Nice.
And so I was like, you lucky you get to go check out Japan and stuff and take in the sights.
Right.
She's a nail artist. As you saw, I interviewed a nail artist
Oh,
yesterday.
oh, nice.
So yeah. So I've been, I'm trying to get there. We'll both get there eventually. So we just gotta keep working at it.
Yeah.
So, so now that the ice is broken, I guess we can go ahead and get into it. Now, I have over 20 questions, but some of these are going to be like 2 to 3 part questions just to have it smooth sailing, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and start with the origin story, shall we? So, for people just discovering you, who is Genuine Beauty as both an artist and a person? Part two, what first pulled you into music and when did that become a series for you?
Well, I look at myself as an executive now because I also work behind the scenes. I'm not just an artist. I do a lot of stuff, so I wear many hats.
Mhm.
I'm a cosplayer. I'm a sensei. I own a own cosplay community modeling agency called Hidden Waffle Village. The entity is under Electric Waffle Circus. I did used to work with Anime Freaknik. Unfortunately, that business, but I was doing nighttime con parties, mixing with showcases. I'm also a rap anime pioneer here. I was one of the first East Coast LGBT people to say that nerdcore was going to hit a mainstream market, which a lot of people has been complaining. I've been doing my best to bring awareness. Hey, this is what happens when stuff goes mainstream. This is a new money market. Unfortunately, a lot of people have their hands in it's not real otaku, of course, Me growing up being old school otaku, yes, I grew up on Yu Yu Hakusho, I grew up on Trigun, I grew up on Lupin the Third, Fooly Cooly, Oh My Goddess, the few classes just to name, back in the days, us nerd culture was never this popular. And it's so saturated now to a point like look at what's going on at cons. Like you even got freaking Geico and T-Mobile at cons. Like I don't want to see
Yes.
that. You get what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to see that or be signed up like on the military and stuff like that. No, though salute to my country, but still, it's just like y'all making it too like it's like a normal format of an amusement park to me now when it
Yeah.
comes to cons because it's a new format of entertainment. It's just like on an upper scale. Um, but yeah, what makes genuine beauty is all of those things. I'm just culture in general. Like I said, my name is Genuine Beauty. I'm the last dying breed of a genuine person in that music industry. Um, where I got now, it didn't happen overnight. Um,
Mhm. It
I'm
had to
one of the
take
few
time
who
and
act.
effort.
I'm one of the few who also has Rock Nation distribution. I've been working very, very hard. It's even though it's not the place I want to be at, but it's a stepping stone out of, DistroKid and, United Masters or SoundCloud. So I'm at least, I'm getting my feet wet.
Well, listen, listen. As long as you're doing, listen, it's better than nothing, ain't it? Isn't it better than nothing? So I was
Yeah,
just like, listen, enjoy the small moments. Enjoy the small victories. They are worth it.
yeah, I totally agree with that. A lot of us interpreters and data, whether if it's a podcast person, whether if it's content creator, reminds you, Kai Cenat just opened Stream University, my artist. He's a streamer too. I told him to sign up for it. We tend to always look at the major goal, like, oh, I want to be this big superstar, this big podcaster, or this big, and we don't recognize the small steps anymore. I definitely on that method for sure because success to me is just completing your goals. It's like, hey, writing got something in your journal is just a format of success, or completing the interviews that you wanted to do is a format of success. A lot of people don't, like you said, don't appreciate the small steps, and
Mhm.
no matter how big or small the opportunity, I'm always appreciated.
Yeah, because sometimes the big moments do get a lot noisy, and you got people out there who have all these kind of egos too. They got big egos as well.
I mean, me being in the music industry, like I be around like A-list, B-list type people, like behind the scenes, like my behind the scenes job, I'm an A&R and I'm a booking agent too for this company called More Bookings. We just had Jim Jones at our festival. I mean, I don't look as these people, oh my gosh, you should be superstar because even the locals, your local heroes don't even get. recognition. Like me, I mean, I look at myself as a local celebrity. I mean, especially in the community standpoint. Like I've been on Power 105. I've been on major blogs, Hip Hop 24, you know, back Gucci Man blogs back in the days and stuff like that. And it's just a blessing from what I started from back in the days. Because before I transitioned, I was rapping too. So I came up with a group of five. So
Mhm.
called Open Mic Click. Um, Apparently they're still rapping, which is cool. I still talk to them. Um, I do have some allies, so I appreciate it. I'm not one of those LGBT people. I look at everybody as a challenge, not just the community, because even amongst the community, it gets crazy. Um, I'm white. Grew up in the ballroom community too, so I'm familiar with the Vogue and the realness categories and all that stuff. There, over there, I was doing that too. I was one of the first trans women to bring lesbian stud aesthetics to the world, and a lot of people didn't understand it. So I kind of got shaded from both sides of the fence, but in a sense, it's like always had my blurred community that was always
Mhm.
there. That always formed me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody's gonna have their haters, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
being
that's
being a black sheep is very hard.
yeah, it's not easy. It's been a thing since day one. Like, we're not shocked at how, the world is around us and still is today. They're still trying to hang back onto the past and not focus on the future. I don't know if you also know about this, but there's been a lot of like, racism going on in the cosplay community as well,
Yeah,
especially with,
right.
with the whole, because I did a few episodes talking to some of these guys with blackface and fat shaming and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff is going on. I'm actually doing a crossover episode with another podcast this Thursday to talk about these sort of things. There's this I'll tell you this, it's not really a good story. There was a friend of mine, her name is Laura Kurosaki. I don't think you know
Okay.
her, but she's yes, I'm friends with her. There's this guy who was stalking her page, calling her names and everything, and she just kept following her just to stalk what she posts on her stories. And then what was really like, unfortunate is that he also had on a shirt that says, I rape N words for fun.
Wow.
Yes. And I
Mhm.
was like, and, I did a video about it. I was like, this is where we are.
That's crazy. I used to live in Georgia. I'm from the west side of Atlanta. I mean, it's the South is it's not gonna change. I mean, like I said, it takes a unity. It's crazy that it's still racism out in the South. I know deep, like in Alabama, like for sure. I mean, there's racism up here in New York too, but down south, I that's one thing I do not miss about the South. Like, don't get me wrong, it was like it's quiet, it's peaceful to a certain extent, but it's very dangerous.
You just gotta be careful and know where you're going to. Like, make sure you know
That
what
too.
city, make sure you research what city you're going to and know exactly, where you're
Not even
staying
that.
at.
At least go with a buddy system. Especially LGBT, especially people with the trans. You know, because a lot of girls identify they as them, which is a lot of my models do. So in that sense, they consider that's the trans community too. A lot of people have this misconception about trans individuals, and they only target one trans, you know, demographic, which is us, the male and the female. There's different formalities of different trans. There's trans men, there's non-conforming, there's non-binary. Um, it just sucks that the world just puts us in one box and don't want to understand our story, which is cool. I didn't transition for the world to accept me. I transitioned to, accept myself. So,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
besides, as more as you climb successful in the ladder, I realized that a lot of people are not your friend. A lot of people just use you. A lot of people just use you for your resources. A lot of people are not just there; they just use you to your dispense. I've learned that a lot in business, especially as a person who's genuine. As you know, it's just been a learning experiences after every experience. So
Yeah. My granddad once told me, don't trust nobody. Don't even trust
yeah,
yourself.
there, yeah.
You
I
know,
remember
and
them
I will
days.
also say, and I like how you mentioned this out because I don't know if you saw it, but I also posted on my story that there was another trans person who was murdered this week.
Yeah,
It was a black woman in Louisiana.
yeah, I seen that. That was crazy.
Mm,
And then there was a trans woman that was killed in her boyfriend up here, and I think in Brooklyn, like maybe a
hmm
few weeks ago too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so it's starting to get dangerous, and I know, like you guys are city mayor. I think y'all know, like New York, or he made it. He made New York like a safe haven for trans people and LGBTQ people.
I
But there's
mean,
still,
from my
but
understanding, not to cut you off, I mean, it's
oh, go
always
ahead.
been a safe haven here. A lot of people who knows that LGBT rights, of course, the Stonewall riots here happened. Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Johnson, they all started here. Ballroom started here. So the revolutionary started here. It's just the gay flag was made in San Francisco.
Right.
That's where Harvey Milk and all that stuff came. They continued it over there. But
Mm-hmm.
New York has always been a safe haven since they started because this is where the gay rights started at. A lot of people don't know that.
hmm I'm based in Savannah, Georgia. We have a few
Right.
safe places in Savannah. Savannah is kind of like I'm in like a blue area. Savannah's okay. We do have some, incidences going on, but everything's fine. We have a few places that welcome LGBTQ people with open arms. There's one tattoo artist place, tattoo shop that's only an LGBTQ tattoo shop.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's right down the street when you go before you go into the city, like right where.
I recently seen the LGBT weed dispensary recently in the city. I forgot what the name was, but they have one finally. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, it was actually in a village. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and I think not only that, with your, and I'm going back to you, with your like music and stuff, like I know that when you do the music and art stuff, especially all the other stuff into, you're basically like expressing yourself and telling your story. Because listen, I've been paying attention to all of the you guys LGBTQ people on social media so far. Like, I've interviewed last week I interviewed a drag queen, then I interviewed a cosplayer and a voice actor, an LGBTQ voice actor. I actually got
Um,
two more next week. Two people who are voice actors.
I actually want to get into it.
Hmm
I've been, sometimes, well, I have this persona I made. It's a comedy. It's called Gozo Batman. So when you hashtag Gozo Batman, I was one of the first people to, you know,
Oh,
mash him
cool.
up. So I do my content stuff here and there.
Yeah,
Outside of my artistry. Like I said, there's nothing to it. I just enjoy life now. Life is
exactly.
too short.
Exactly. Listen, enjoy life to the fullest. And like I said, all these people I'm trying to, you guys are expressing yourself and telling your stories in all kinds of art that you're doing. People just don't understand it till they actually start paying attention to it and just sit down and just watch.
Yeah, and me having my own subgenre under the anime rap, it's pretty cool.
Exactly. Well, shoot, I got to make sure I check Spotify when we're done here tonight.
Yeah.
So, one last question, and then we'll be in the next section. Okay. Now you've been in the
Okay.
industry for years. What kept you going during the early stages?
Oh, my early stages when I first moved up here from Atlanta, I was homeless. Mind you, I was
Mm,
just homeless 3 months ago. I had a fire in my apartment. I'm back in my apartment now. Thank the ancestors and thank the Most High. Um, it was just back in the days, like I was 27, so coming out my late teens. The energy was like, I don't give a shit type Wolverine. Like, who the fuck? You not gonna fuck with me? Like, I'll heal instantly if you fuck with me type shit. Energy. That's where I got my first placement. It was with Spin Magazine when I was dealing with my homelessness. Another famous trans woman named Shia Diamonds that lives in Cali right now. She was also in the article too. She's an American singer. Um, Yeah, just that hunger. It was just I already knew I had a challenge because at that time, Eric Sermon, which was crazy when you put Eric Sermon on it. I was like, wow, mind you, I had did a competition. Shout out to the Ryan Show that's connected with Mr. Cheeks. Mr. Lights Camera Action, sorry, Miss Jackson. Shout out to them for the interview. Back in the days. That's my family. But yeah, they had made me rap over Eric Sherman beat, and he was one of the people back in the days that really did it f with the trans rappers. So I was like, okay, so I had something to prove. But that's definitely on SoundCloud. Well, I was shocked. I was like, wow. I was like, does he? I was wondering if he knew about what he said about trans rappers back in the day. I think this was like 2014. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know the greats. Like, I know Quay Dash personally. Oh yeah. Uh, I bet Kasha Bentley. Of course, she's in the ballroom. I met a few girls. Um, who else?
Take your time. Take your time.
It's a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie. Bodie Doll out here, my old artist. I mean, I managed artists too.
Hmm.
Like I had an LGBT set into competition, got inside competition inside the label, which was weird to me, but you know how the dolls is. You know? And at the time, that's when Asian doll, China doll, Cash doll, all the different dolls was out around that time. About like 2015, 16 ish. That's when all the rapper dolls, Dream Doll, Cash Doll, Molly Doll, I think, Asian Doll, all the damn doll era. I had a whole bunch of dolls in the label. Unfortunately, it fell out, but I only managed like maybe like two artists now.
Wow. Well, it sounds like it was a fun time throughout those first couple of years. Years. I
It
didn't know
was a
you were.
headache. Being an executive is a headache. It's not like I can't just stop and say F this and quit. It's like
No.
I'm out here changing people's lives, you know? It's a whole
Yeah.
different experience.
Listen, trust me, I had the same feeling when I started this whole thing, and I was like, some days I just feel like I just wanted to stop, but I was like, I can't just sit on my hands and do nothing. I got to do
They,
something.
they say your best work comes out through your storm.
Hmm. True. And I think once you get started with something, once you gotten used to all all the overwhelmness that comes with it won't phase you as much because you've been doing it for a while and you gotten used to it.
Yeah, it gets tiring. It's like being a hero.
There you go. But seriously, you a manager for two artists?
Yeah. Shout out to my artist Swayze and shout out to Green Eyes.
And I was gonna ask, like, so you managed them, like, have like how many songs have they done up to this point?
Well, Swayze's been my artist for the last 20 years. Like he's been there before transition, after transition. He had caught cancer, so he kind of stopped rapping, but he went from his pastime, he was streaming. So now he's a streamer now. But I can still
Okay.
manage it because it's still content.
Okay, okay. So, and by streaming, like, Twitch streaming, he does like game walkthroughs
Yeah,
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
He has his own Call of Duty league named Venom Clan. He has his own Discord named Playground Swayze. He has trained with actually Reaper from actually Atlanta Phase actually a few times. So I mean he's got some people looking with him, and then we also have this 420 weed influencer, my homeboy, my celebrity homeboy, little mob top that lives in Vegas. Yeah, we got a little squad, just a little squad, and then I also manage cosplay models. I've been pushing and music wise, I've been pushing cosplay models as like IG models because they seem to say recognitions as, as regular models. I
Well,
mean, if you gonna market anime rap or anime genre type shit with music, you gotta do it right. You gotta do it a type of way. I'm sorry. That's the only best way to do it. You
well,
know,
well, it's like you're putting a tapestry together. You want to make sure it's
I'm
perfect.
crying.
You want to make
Yeah,
sure it's perfect.
yeah.
And so, well, shoot, hey, I like everything that you're doing. So you do IG models too. I guess you've been to a few photo shoots around in New York as well.
Uh, I mean, let me put it this way.
Oh,
A
sure, go
lot of
ahead.
people feel like a lot of people feel like New York is a fashion, well, a music state is really a fashion state.
Okay.
It's like fashion shows every week. If you really think about it, there's photo shoots everywhere. It's it's more European Arctic fashion. This is why it's so many cosplays and cons and stuff is out here constantly. Or costume parties out here constantly.
Well, as a
You know,
music person, you still got to learn how to adapt in a place that's fully fashion. Sometimes you got to adapt to those different places. So, and looks like you're making it work.
in another year, I'm about to move to San Francisco. I'm about to move to the East Coast. I'm done with the East Coast. Did you see? Do you know what's going on in New York right now? They just rioting behind Mr. Orange Doodle. a
Yeah. Yeah, they did. And
a few
he
people. No, they said that Madison Square Garden was like the Met Gala. They had Jay-Z there. They had DJ Khaled there. They had Eli Manning there. They had Fat Joe there. They had
I was going to give you
They had Rob Goldman, the old mayor, from years. I was like, wow. I said, oh, no wonder why they lost. It was
mm,
from
it was
people getting
Jinx.
beat up. Yeah, and then Trump
Mm,
on the icing on the cake. So,
So, but yeah, I was going
but
to
I
say
think
if
the videos of the riots that was crazy. That's scary.
yeah. I was gonna say if you're going to California, just give you a heads up. It's pretty loud in San Francisco, and especially if you're gonna be close to Los Angeles, because they got a lot of people, actors, and all that stuff. Huge content creators over there too. They all live in California's huge.
Yeah, I can't wait though.
Mm. Well, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you go to California?
I'm going to Japantown.
There you
I'm
go.
going to see I'm going to see the oldest Japan manga museum they have in the United States.
Yeah. Well, shoot. If you keep doing the music stuff, shoot, you might get invited to parties and all those events down there too. Just
I mean,
saying.
I know a few people out there. I know a few people out there. And plus my cousin actually lives out there. Like my actual family lives out there too. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
kind of like
Yeah, I've been saying this a lot. Sometimes California isn't for everybody. And I know I'm close to like you say, you moved from Atlanta to New York. And Atlanta has its own little media hub, but a lot of people from California do come this way to Georgia, like for conventions like MomoCon and Anime Week in Atlanta. So just a heads up on that as well.
okay.
So,
I ain't been to Momocan yet, but I heard it gets busy out there.
oh, trust me, when I signed up for media passes, they were sold out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to prepare for next year.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm learning. It's okay. You live and learn, right?
Yeah.
So
I miss Comic Con.
mm,
Yeah.
that happens too.
So
Well, now that we're done with that section, I guess we can go into the next one called music and creative process. So I'm about to
okay.
hit you. I'm about to let's see. Now, how would you describe your sound and artistic identity?
It's called I have my own subgenre called Meme. Um
May May.
it's it's basically think of King Vader's music. All right, so everybody's familiar with King Vader from RDC. He does hood parodies of anime. So I do the hood version of anime rap. Whether it could be from 90s cartoons, Adult Swim references, Nickelodeon references, anything from the 90s to the 2000s type stuff. Um, so yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So playlist, May, you do all kinds of sickness ties. I've listened to a few songs and they sound really great.
Thank you.
So I even added them to my extraordinary playlist.
Good.
So just the thing is, I didn't listen. If it sounds catchy, if the songs sound catchy, then I will add to that playlist. And the way you've done your stuff, like if your fans will be like, we want to make sure it has like a certain rhythm going on, certain
Right.
title. Listen, sometimes when you create playlists, is you have to make sure that there's like a meaning behind it. Because I know when some people when they create their own albums, they have like a really detailed story behind it as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working on an album now. I mean, my first album officially. It's like a Ratchet Disney type situation. So,
Oh,
for my
Disney.
Disney type. Yeah.
It's been 20 years since Cars came out.
Yeah, it has.
And I was like, I think you saw it on my story. Listen, that was my
Yeah.
childhood growing up.
Yeah, mine's too. I was the Lion King era.
Okay, okay, Lion King era.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I watched Lion King 15 times as well. My dad did not like me watching the part where Mufasa gets killed. I was like, turn that off. I don't want to see Mufasa get killed.
Nobody did.
I was like, it's not, it's just a movie. We can just rewind it, and the only
Yeah, I don't know which worked or that or Littlefoot mom's passing away from Land Before Time. Yeah, I still
but
get
that I was also gonna tell, oh, but Dad, like you can say Mufasa by not watching this scene,
I'm crying.
but still, he don't matter. He dead anyway. So, but
I think the one that really touched me though was the one from Land Before Time though. Poor Littlefoot.
no, yeah,
That's
Land of
sad.
Before Time. That was a good classic too when I watched when I was a kid as well. They had some
Yeah.
really good retro movies back in
That
the day.
Viva Goes West. What was it? Annie. Um, Fungully.
Fun Gelly.
Yeah, Fungully.
Okay, okay.
That was like the fairy one dealing with the toxic musk and stuff like that, and it was a bat, but it was Robin Williams who was doing the
Oh,
voice.
Robin Williams. Rest in peace, Robin
Yeah.
Williams. Yeah, all those classic cartoons make you come up. Listen, I had a discussion about this with Ivy Anastasia. She's the one that I interviewed yesterday. How some of those
Mhm.
old thing is she's an anime nail artist. She just like a lot of nails. So
Okay.
some of those ideas come from watching all those classic cartoons and 90s animations as well. Like when she was watching Sailor Moon, she did so many Sailor Moon nails. So,
Wow.
so the same thing with you, like you listening to and watching all those old movies and Disney have inspired, like because you're doing a new album with Disney in it. So that kind
Mhm.
of inspired you to do something by watching all those old Disney movies and put them into this new album that you're doing.
Well, it's a mix of some of my favorites. I got a Jack Sparrow track. I have a Snow White track. I have a Magical Kingdom. It's like an evil queen mixed in with a princess love response. Um, Mickey Mouse Club. It's a whole bop. It's definitely a bop.
Well, hey, you're not the only person. She's Megan Thee Stallion puts anime in her songs as well.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
I was gonna say, well, shoot, hey, if
So
you ever
there's
run,
Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi's another one too.
well,
It's
hey,
a few of them.
I was gonna say, if you ever run into Megan Thee Stallion in California, you better show her your stuff because maybe you might want to do a collaboration with her. Just a suggestion.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, just reach out if you can. I know she's kind of busy and popular and all that stuff, but never say never. It could happen.
True.
So I'm excited to see what you do with that stuff. I'll be on the lookout for that. So, uh,
Okay.
this next one's going to be a two-part question. Okay, I'm hitting you with another two-part question. Now,
Okay.
what inspires your music the most? Personal experiences, emotions, or something else? Part two, when you're creating a song, what does your process usually look like?
My process is just play doing fake play funny remixes. uh And then eventually becomes to a song. I start playing, freestyling. Um course, smoking the 420. Just having fun with the music in general. Um, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so because I know like, when some artists when they do things like if they do a new track, they have to think about I will say this, like the reason when I say like personal experience, like your personal experiences, like you
Right.
have to think of like something that kind of like happened in the past, like a tragedy or a happy feeling,
I
and I know
mean,
it's
yeah, of course. I mean, of course, you're supposed to have feeling in it. Certain animes, of course, have different feelings. That's why I name them different, you know, the name or whatever the case may be. You just gotta listen to it. That's the one.
It's, exactly. And listen, I know I'm not mostly in the room with you guys when y'all do certain tracks or make music like this. I can't tell what you guys are feeling. So I just kind of like sometimes when I play a song, I do listen for the emotions. I want to listen for the emotions and understand, okay, now I understand what they're discussing the song. It's something that they had to experience like recently, and it's really like kind of painful for them to speak out loud about it. So they put it in a song so we can like try to look for it later. Easter eggs. Sometimes y'all put Easter eggs in songs that we have to look for instead.
I mean, I got a few old songs that's like that. I mean, mostly I've been really on the anime like stuff now. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I got
Okay.
some slow shit coming up. But it's like a Gundam reference, but
All
it's
right.
still giving the hood type element. That's cool.
Mm. One thing that I will add on to that, what you do in anime songs, I don't know if you saw like any like a lot of shows that have like, anime shows that do deal with a lot of tragedies like that. Um,
I know
but
Inuyasha does. Inuyasha, Helsing, of course, Attack on Titan,
mhm.
um,
Yeah, well, the thing is,
Pokemon,
yeah,
Pokemon, definitely Pokemon.
yeah, because when you're doing these shows, you want to make sure that you also put in all the emotions you experience when you're watching the show. That's one thing I just started learning about when listening to tracks that you guys put when y'all do like anime songs as well. Just y'all anime original songs. Like you have to put like what's the purpose of the story, the emotions, and the tragedy, and what you're trying to put out for people to listen to.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and hey, listen, I have my most. I like to listen. When I listen to stuff, I like to be analytical. I mean, I just like analyzing stuff.
You should though.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said, as you should though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some people, this might be something that I'm missing and I just don't know about. So I got to really pay attention to when I'm listening to songs. Sometimes I listen for fun, but same thing with the TV shows. I also listen for it. Like, am I missing any context clues in this show I'm telling? What? Can someone please explain to me what's going on here?
Well, like, let me put it this way. My music is like a placement music. Give me a second.
Sure, take your time.
My music is like a hood placement. So it's like placement music. It's like the beat selection is like an urban rap version of whatever show. So I can hear the beat on Dragon Ball Z. It might have been on Ed and Eddie. It could have been on, Full Metal Alchemist. That's why I started giving samples, and that's why I put the samples in. Like I actually put that certain episodes or quotes of the anime actually inside the song for like an
Right.
intro or outro.
Hmm. Yeah, and and sometimes you as artists, we have to. And also, you also got to watch the show too. Like, if y'all don't watch the
Yeah,
show, then you won't be able to get a clear idea for what song you're trying to write.
true.
So, like, I be telling people, y'all, make sure you go do your research and homework. It's not like something you could just walk in on a humbug and just do some stuff together and just didn't plan anything.
Oh, crying. I mean, some people do that. I mean,
Oh, and that,
I
and
mean,
that, and you
it's
also
the
got
order to do
deadlines
it.
as well. You also got deadlines.
Well, I mean, we're in the day and age of music. I mean, even the old school music is going viral again. So it's really no deadline. It's just gotta find the right marketing way, marketing pull for yourself. That's all.
So pretty much it just
Um,
gets out there when it gets out there.
well, that if you have a strong team on top of that too, so it
Right.
takes a team effort too to get your stuff out there too on a worldwide base.
Right, because it's
Can't
not
do
like
everything by yourself.
yeah, it's not a one man army. It has to be like a whole team. And I was going to ask you, how many are on your team since we're talking about it?
I mean, I have a behind the scenes team. I mean, I only have a few people. I pay people for their services and stuff like that whenever I need it. I mean, I'm still looking for the team. That's another reason why I want to move to the West Coast. But I feel like all the executives that who I need to meet to be in my
Right.
career further where it needs to be at. Because I done met DJ Drewski, I done met uh, Mr. DJ Self, I done met DJ Magic, I done met all these DJs already. So
Yeah.
it's like,
And
know,
I will say that because like you said, you're in New York. There's really not a lot of people and DJs or teams that you could put together in New York. But places like, in California where there's like a lot of studios is involved, that's probably your best bet, which is why you made the smart decision to go to San Francisco.
mhm.
And so it's a lot of stuff out there that you can use. And and now something like I said before, those places like Atlanta, New York, Dallas, Texas, sure, they got a few places, but we need to go to where all the real action is, which is California.
Sure. That's what all the big wigs is that.
hmm So, but yeah, I would say, like it seems that the you found the way to keep the music flowing and by paying attention to all the details you be watching in these anime shows. So, I like it and just keep it up.
Thank you.
hmm Next one. Now, when you're creating a song, what does your process usually look like, step by step?
Um, Normally I just, play with the beat, whatever the case may be, freestyle to it and until something catches my liking to a rhythm type stuff. Um, like I said, it depends on my mood. Like certain animes and shows depend on my mood. Like if I'm want to be on my funny side, I might watch fucking Bleach. There's tons of comedy in freaking Bleach. Well, if I want to be on my serious side, that's more of a Yu Yu Hakusho type flow, or Dragon Ball Z Goku. Self-explain this one. Um, when I think of fun, I think of Pokemon or Steven Universe you know or Adventure Time. You know,
Okay. So it basically depends. So overall, it just depends on the emotions and the type of day you're having. Um,
yeah,
I will say this, and I like that you said that. I spoke to Batkit Faye drag, drag because she was the drag man I interviewed last week. She told me that, the outfits that she does when she goes to drag shows, like if she's feeling emotions, like if she's having like a really like sour day, she puts on purple. If she's upset, she'll have on red, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's the same thing with you. Like the music that you put out, like it depends, like you said, it all depends on the emotions. You know, if you feel a certain way, like you feel like very like fiery and heated up, then you'll probably put something extreme on for people to listen to. If you
yeah,
catch one, if you see if I'm getting this correctly.
yeah.
So it's it does but yeah, just mostly throughout the day you just have to like, and listen, I will say this. Stuff can happen. Like a lot of stuff can happen in 1 week and you just don't know it. But you have to like, when you go to all these performances, you have to know, okay, so what exactly emotions am I gonna, show today? How am I doing this? And are people going to enjoy it when the day is over?
Right. Yeah.
So
And it
it's
says, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and And I know it's not easy to show your emotions because sometimes you don't feel. I don't know if I want to put my emotions into this thing. Maybe it has to be private. I don't know if you have you ever like kept anything like private in.
Nah, everything is in music is about emotion because it's about spreading the message. Message is message is either going to be happy, sad, angry. There's no such thing as having a blank stink message. No,
Okay,
impossible.
okay. Well, shoot, you just oh, no restrictions, no strings attached. Then
Yeah.
there you go. It works. Yeah, well, shoot. Ooh, well, hey, keep hey, use those emotions wisely now. Put them in the music. Let's see. We're out of that section now. Let's go into the business side, AR and booking. So now you're not just an artist, you also work as an A&R and booking agent, as you stated earlier this episode. Now, how did you step into that role?
Um, it was around pandemic. Um, Shout out to my mentor Scott Morris, of course, more bookings agency. I was a client at first, and then I believed in the guy's dream, and I hopped on the team. I've been doing stuff for him for the last 5 years. Um, of course, people who don't know, we managed the young white young lady in Atlanta named Mia Snow. We are her tour people, um, who does her tours, who does her bookings. Um, of course, we have worked with QC in the past, with Mr. Two Official, of course. The list just goes on and on. From Courtney Burrow before she blew up, to Cardi B, to Lil Tecca. Let's just keep going on and on. We just do a lot of things independently. Um, so yeah, we have this festival called Day Summit. So this one coming in Georgia, in Atlanta actually, in August. So if anybody wants to, sign up, hit me up.
Mhm. Yeah, and like you said before, you have to wear many hats. You wear many hats, and
Mm.
sometimes if we just focus on one singular thing, it won't be enough to satisfy us and get to where we're going.
And
Sometimes you
Ray
have to do
Daniels
multiple jobs.
popping out.
So what?
We have Mr. Ray Daniels popping out.
Hmm. Cool. And yeah, sorry, I lost my thought. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, like we can't just, like we can't just do one singular thing. Like, like you do music, you're a booking agent. Because I've seen so many people that I talk to, they have other careers besides what they're doing. Because like shoot, like I said, if we just focus on one thing, it's not going to be enough to get us to what we want
I
to
look at
succeed in
myself
life.
more as an executive. Because I don't do the bookings like that no more. I do the A&R. So I'm an alternative artist. I look at a lot of alternative artists for him. Um,
Okay, that
and then
was.
plus I do my own events and stuff like that too. So I do
Mhm.
marketing. I do consulting. Um, I help artists. Help get copyright. Whether it's registering, whether it's ad placement, whatever, or classes and stuff, how to market yourself better and stuff like that. I'm available all services. I can even apply services to distribution because I have Rock Nation on top of that. So I
Again,
can offer a lot of things.
again,
Just putting it out there.
yeah, you got many hats on.
Yeah,
I think that's great. You're doing a lot of things. Listen, I know it's not easy to do like five or six
it's
things at
not.
once, huh?
It's not. It's tiring. It's not. But I'm just glad I have a strong community behind me, and I appreciate the ones who appreciate me. So
Well,
thank y'all.
that and listen, if you see an opportunity, take it. Don't just not take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some people don't do. Like, shoot, like sometimes we have the thing, and I think you heard of the term imposter syndrome. Like, can I really do all this? It's like, sure, I don't know if I can handle all this stuff that's happening at once, doing all the stuff that you're
No, I
doing.
can. It's not I mean it's not a walk a day in the park being an executive. I mean being an executive is a 24-hour thing. Is and an executive is another format of a hustler too because they got their hands in so many things. It's like a
Oh,
hustler is supposed to do.
well, well, I'm lucky I know someone who can handle all that stuff. So good
It's a
stuff. Good.
process, but you know,
Mm, You get used to it, and you're getting used to it. So you got this. Um, Now, next one is what are some common mistakes you see upcoming artists make?
they don't travel.
Mm, yep, that's the problem. Traveling.
They don't travel. They want to pop in their hometown.
Mm, yeah, that's one thing. And to be honest, traveling is kind of expensive right now. So
I
that
get
makes
that. But even to the next city, that's still not. I mean, that's a format of traveling. I mean, it's better than nothing. I
yeah.
mean, in business, you're gonna have to take risks.
hmm Oh
No,
yes, definitely got to take risks.
so it's difference between motion and moving forward. Because sometimes
Exactly.
people who have motions is just running their place. While people are moving forward, they traveling, they meeting people, they doing interviews, they doing mic drops, they down here, they shaking hands, they doing this, they doing that, they doing this and the third. But everybody has a different format of motion, which is nothing wrong. But you gotta pay attention to people who's really
Yeah. This exactly. If you're gonna put yourself out there, you got to go to different states and different countries
that's
as
what
well.
anything you do in life. That's just even if you want to have a decent job or a decent career life. You feel me?
hmm Yeah, you gotta get out of your comfort zone, even if it may burn out your bank account too. You gotta take it. Listen, take it, and just figure it out later.
Yeah. Shoot. Shoot. I'll collect some cans for some extra money. Fuck around.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, so that's mostly the main common problem. Artists don't travel enough, and they need to travel enough. Especially if you're gonna like be like pretty huge out there doing all these songs. Yeah, you got to start booking flights and go to other countries and start doing concerts. Like I've seen so many people like bands like like 21 Pilots. Gary Clark Jr. I think he just had a concert in my home in my I think he had a concert in my state like last year. It's really huge.
Nice.
So yeah, like shoot, like you said, when you start doing that stuff, you got to start looking at plans to go to like all these big events and start playing at them.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not an artist, but I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying because I've also done research on how you guys operate as well. Like I said, I do my research. Yeah, I just be performing behind the scenes.
I'm fine.
That's wrong with that. So, um, we're out of that session. Now we're in pride, identity, and authenticity. This is gonna be good, okay? So I got some pride questions for you, all right?
Okay.
Now, as an openly trans woman in the industry, what has your journey been like navigating music spaces?
I have a lot of no's and a few yeses, but I appreciate the yeses that have blessed me. Um, it's bittersweet. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, some people know, some people don't know, right? You know, I'm safe. Um, sometimes people do say smart remarks, but I don't let that shit bother me at all. No, try not to. But it's it's hard. I mean, just like the regular women in the game. I mean, it's a male dominant industry, so it's gonna come with the
Mm,
territory.
yeah, I understand. And that's another thing too. Like every time we apply to new jobs or whatever we're doing, we also have to face is, especially trans people, it's not easy dealing with all those rejections. And I said this too to a lot of people who do like voiceover and everything. Like, it's hard to, it's really difficult, but once you learn to get used to rejections, you got to put your pride aside. You know, if we don't get it, shoot, we tried our best. Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
So, and that's what some people just don't understand. Like they have all of these massively big egos and just feel like, hey, I want this job, want that, but that's not how it
Yeah,
works.
just like Mr. Booty, prime example. You ain't see what Mr. Booty was talking about the trans girls coming out to the pool party and stuff like that. Like his
Yeah.
attention is always about LGBT.
Hmm.
Me personally, I feel like he's down low. I'm gonna mind my business.
That's true. But I think the main thing is, in this case, we just gotta make sure we just, be smart, stay focused, and just never give up. You get knocked down, you pick yourself back up and just keep searching for more opportunities. And they will come if you keep, but if you just literally quit, then that's not gonna, it's not gonna work out for you.
Yeah, facts. There was days I wanted to quit, but good old ass taught me no. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, shoot, because thing is, I don't want you to stop what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, but just keep looking for more opportunities like that.
Man, there was times Ash Ketchum wanted to quit, but he ain't quit.
Mm-mm, no, he didn't. He didn't. He too stubborn to give up. So he persevered. Um,
Yeah.
now
Took him
during
30
Pride.
years though.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 30 years for 30. Yeah, for 30 years. Yeah.
Huh?
Now, next question. During Pride Month, what does visibility and representation mean to you personally?
Being recognized as I know it's a stepping stool, but being recognized as a human being is enough. Um, I know a lot of people are big about pronouns and stuff like that. Like I said, like I'm a different breed, so I got shaded from my own LGBT community. Like some people from the ballroom, um, because I identify as a lesbian trans. So you know, just being accepted as a human being first. That's all that matters. Like I understand people have choices, and that's cool. But as long as you don't put your hands on me, I'm cool. They can speak their opinion about whatever cool, but it don't affect me because I don't know these people.
And some of these guys are just doing it intention. Listen, as soon as Pride
That
Month
too.
must, yeah, and listen, as soon as Pride Month started, it hasn't even been 24 hours after the first day of Pride Month, and people on the internet were already they talking trash about the LGBTQ community. Like it's all because I was like when I was looking on social media, I was like, they just want attention,
Yeah.
make it all about
That
themselves. And so I don't
they
know
can
so if
put
you've
it
seen
out.
any of the other content creators' videos, but they've been calling them out and everything. So, but yeah, it's just it's just one of those months, where your people feel to need to really make it all about themselves when it's about you guys.
It's not
But
about that. It's more about unity as all equal. It's like, yeah, we're different, but we're still black, or we're still, especially as black communities. Like all other races stick together, but when it comes to us black people, it don't matter what race, it doesn't matter what demographic, whether it's straight or gay, LGBT, trans, whatever. We don't get along. We need to get along better because this shit is crazy. Because in the next probably 20 years, black people will definitely be extinct the way that we continue to act.
mm, and it gets and it's exhausting. That's all I can say. But but still today we are here just trying to preserve and do as much as we can to prove that hey, we deserve to be in the space that you're in right now.
Right.
So again, I be telling people peace and love over hatred, as always.
I agree.
So one last question. How has embracing your identity shaped your artistry and your message?
Um, I really flock to my cosplay community, my nerd community. Um, It's been impactful. I'm a sensei to some. Um, I'm an artist to others, like executive to other people. But whoever has anything positive towards me, and I appreciate it. Um, like I said, I I play with the big boys. Like I be outside with Jim Jones and stuff like that. Like I don't let my identity define me to go chase my dreams and where I need to be at. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like people who play with the LGBT all community, it's cool. It's just I know what to expect. I don't know what the world to expect to me, and that's what I want to be. I want to be a worldwide artist. I don't want to be a local to demographic because music is supposed to touch all, not just one demographic.
Exactly. Touch the demographic. It's still, you still want to do what you love without out no one telling you that you can't do it. No restrictions. Like you can't, like I said before, you can't put strings on people and let them, pull them. And that's why we need people like you out here showing your artistry, and so people can get an understanding. Like, hey, sure, I can do the same thing that this person's doing.
Yes.
So, and to be honest, we need more of that now because there's a lot more newcomers lately these days.
Mhm.
So, believe it or not, we're getting close to the end, and I know it's been short by you during our discussion so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, making it work. Now, impact and community. This is going to be a two-part question. Okay.
Mhm.
What kind of impact do you hope your music and presence have on your audience? Part two. Have you had a moment where a fan or listener reminded you why you do this?
Yeah. So I have made an impact. I have a Medium article stating that I'm an anime rap pioneer. I'm proud to be one of the leaders. Um, especially for the LGBT community or any type community, really the nerd community, the blerd community. So I appreciate for that title. Um, um, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, because listen, I will say this. You want to have those fans to be like, you inspire me to start doing my music. Like, shoot, I've had so many people jump into my DMs and they see so many people I talked to at this point saying, like, you've inspired me to start my own show.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. I like talking to people. But but still, as long as you made an impact on this person, they feel like they want to do the same thing as well. And same thing with your music.
well, the impact in the whole community is different. Like one, but a whole community is dope. I appreciate my community definitely.
Exactly. And then lastly, we're at the finale here, the future and legacy. Now, what's next for you? Music, business, or both? And what should people be looking out for?
Both. Be on the lookout for Wafu Ranger, my manga, with me and my partner making it. Um, it's not the Power Ranger sense that you would think. It's more of trapped in a video game, but it's dealing with powers, dealing with emotions and different patches and stuff like that with different emotions that affect your way of battling. So, um, of course, getting back with Electric Wafu Circus, the nighttime cons, post parties, more music, more cosplay. Just gotta tune in. That's all.
Shoot. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to that soundtrack when I release it. Shoot, now I want to listen to you even more. Now you're telling me. Oh well, I don't want you to
And
spoil it. Just do it, and I'll listen.
got you.
There you go. I think that kind of wraps up everything. We know. So sometimes it doesn't. All my episodes don't have to be that long, so it worked itself out.
Hey,
Did you enjoy our discussion today?
yeah, I appreciate you, Philip. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, hey, I try my best when I get online to these things. I get nervous, but I still try to get on stage and try to
Wow, you the sucker sweetheart.
Yeah, I just get on stage and try to shine sometimes.
No, it's a both equal amount of shine.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Because a person would not be. A lot of people don't realize how power interviews are. And I appreciate for the people who take the time and actually do the homework and research, on people and stuff like that. So thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
of course.